Hi there, Dr. Sandy here from Bedford Chiropractic Clinic. We've got a really interesting sort of question has come up, and a point which I think is worth sharing with all of you. And that's, it's about sort of what is the best position to lie in when you're in bed, and what is the best way to reduce the stress on your spine when you're lying down. So Alan sort of asked us this question because he strained his back, unfortunately, and I was just explaining to him about the importance of sort of that when you are lying down, okay, it is really important to have your knees bent. Now, why would you want your knees bent? Well, because ideally the human spine should have this lovely curve, and that lovely curves, 3 of them, which are there when you're standing, of course. So lordosis, 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 and interesting enough, the ideal spinal curves should be 60 degrees. So each one of those 3 curves is 60 degrees, which is pretty fascinating. You can move around with the camera, right? So don't be stationary.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Around. So basically, the idea is that we want to maintain those curves. Now, when we sit, unfortunately, we cause a lot of compression, and in fact, it's been calculated about 3,000% more compression on your joints when you sit, which is why I always recommend these amazing things here from Amazon for about £12. They're called a mesh back support, Now, the benefit of them is what they do is that when you sit, right, they basically help that lumbar spine to maintain that lordosis. And by helping it to maintain that lordosis, what you're then doing is you're taking or reducing the stress on the joints, the facet joints in here, and obviously the discs. Now, when you're lying down, the great thing about sort of this is you can use it lying down, because you want to maintain that natural curve. But if you have your legs straight, that's what happens. The spine will straighten. You lose that lordosis. But if you sort of bend your knees, you're going to then sort of maintain it. Okay? So, in this case here, with Alan, when he's lying down, he can also actually use this as well, Alan. Okay? So all you do is you put it behind you, underneath here. And how does that feel, Alan?
A lot better.
A lot better, yeah? It feels much more supported, doesn't it, your lumbar spine?
Yeah.
And again, you must have your knees bent, okay? So, the question was about lying in bed. So when you're lying in bed, right, ideally, if you're a person who sleeps on your back, you want to use a pillow underneath your knees. So your knees are slightly bent. And obviously by doing that, you're going to sort of obviously take stress off your knees. More importantly, you're going to take stress off your back. Obviously, I'm not telling you to sort of sleep with this at night time, but during the day, for example, when you're relaxing, watching television, or just relaxing, reading or whatever, then using this to lie on your back is a great way of just supporting your back and taking the stress out of your back. So highly, highly encourage you. Now, the other question was about sleeping on your side. So, Alan, would you mind just sleeping on your side for me? So, when you sleep on your side, what you're going to do is you're going to cause a compression of the SI joints, okay? And if your knees aren't bent, you're then also going to cause a little bit of straightening of your lumbar spine. But if you're in the fetal position as such, right, you are going to cause compression in here, which then is also going to cause stress in here. But if you put a pillow in between your thighs here, a pillow in between your thighs, okay, that is going to actually help to reduce and open up the gap and take some stress off. It's also going to straighten you up a little bit here. Thank you. And it's going to then help you to just take stress off your spine, okay? So, a couple of good tips there for you. So, Alan,
brilliant.
Up you come. So, thank you very much for being our wonderful guinea pig today. Okay, so that's Dr. Sandy from Bedford Chiropractic Clinic with some useful information there hopefully for you. Just share it with your friends, share it with family members, because people need to know this. And we're here to help. Bedford Chiropractic Clinic. Take care. Thanks, Alan.
Cheers.